They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They're on 23-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. The 23-yard line. Operating from the gun. Wheatley is going to fire one deep over the middle. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To throw on 3rd down. Wheatley, and he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Touchdown, Bears. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. At their own 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Open man is the tight end Troutman.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 3rd down, Wheatley. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, first and 15. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Hunt. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's second and 8. He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
It's a loss.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settled for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Wheatley. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Off the play fake. Wheatley sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. That'll bring up second down. After 1, it's 9-0.
With the score, Bears 9, Vikings 0.
To throw on second down, Wheatley, and this one is incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and it's third down.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They've definitely got to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Yards that time on the punt, and the Bears take over.
37-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Able to find Isabella. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And Hunt is not going to get there. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
1st down.
Off play action. Wheatley. That's into the hands of Eckler. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That catch good for only a couple.
It's 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Operating from the gun. Wheatley. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Option play, and Hill will keep it. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw on 3rd down. Wheatley. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's one where kickers watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Rats.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Going deep for Hopkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks him, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
First and 10.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here first and 10. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room? And that's caught inside the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Back to the air on second down. Wheatley. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Bears take over first and 10. At
the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking sideline, incomplete. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start to... Offensively at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. Here's Hyde. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's second and 2.
Brings up second and 2.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
Brings up third and less than a yard.
It's Eckler again. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And here's Here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there of 22.
Vikings first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Garyon Conley. He's at the 40. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Prescott now. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Does that happen? And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
3-yard line.
Here's Prescott. Going up top for Kupp. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play.
First down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. He's going to keep that. He will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taysom Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And it's 17-7.
Is good. Makes the score Bears 17. Vikings 7.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
5-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big run by Kareem Hunt, 72 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by them?
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And that is incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here, 3rd and goal. They'll drop the throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's tough there. Starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
And I was just about to remark how control of the game they were here in this 3rd quarter, but that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll have a 1st down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. because otherwise you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. Bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On third down, it's Prescott. He'll get this to Eckler. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Badgley's kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the fourth. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
7-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Running on first down, Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And it's third down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 15. First down, Minnesota.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Badgley able to knock this one through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time, don't they?
All the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
First down, Minnesota.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
A gain of 11 on the play.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember